Last time on the Adventures of Gaia. So we got away from those gross people covered in boils, found the door to the dark cave, and then poof, Blynk disappeared. Not sure where they went, but we got into the cave. We walked forever through this dark, stinky cave, and then I noticed something. That goat head on the doctor's cyborg body isn't his own head. Crazy! He's super sensitive about it though, so we're not supposed to talk about it. We walked and walked, not talking about the head, until we found a strange freezing room with lots of screens showing all kinds of things in Gaia. The doctor went to tap this light-sucking crystal on this dais, but my floating cloud of cold, steamy breath got there first, and suddenly there was horrible screaming.
You hear a screaming. And the crystal kind of bubbles down and melts into the dais. You see the all the hieroglyphs around glow red, and all the black goes down into it. And you see there's a man sitting in a throne, a big chair, a big ornate chair. He's tied with barbed wire cutting into his flesh, and his face is all messed up. His skin plays and moves around as if it's liquid. And his eye is here, other eye is here, his hair is coming out the side of the face, the nose is in the wrong spot, the bottom of his teeth is at the top of his head, and it's all swimming around his face like his body was liquid. He's going, moving around on the chair.
Whoa. Where's this dude?
The black crystal is dripped off of him and into the dais, powering it now, and there's a red light coming out of the dais. He's in the center of the room. He's closer to Gideon, who had walked up forward and took 2 steps on the dais, and the power kind of went underneath Gideon. You could feel the vibration, and you could feel the power radiating off of it. Man goes, the mouth goes into place, and the eyes go in the right spots. They go rolling his head and turn to irises, and the hair goes
kind
of on the top of the head.
Shit.
He goes, watching. Mr. Shiny goes, woo!
I know!
Okay, you have your gun out. You're pointing it at him. He's very too tightly restrained on the chair. You don't think he could get off and come at you.
I'm gonna say Gideon. If he's restrained, Gideon's gonna stand there because, one, Emmett wants to know what this is. 2, from a medical perspective, this is pretty rad, right? That makes sense.
That you've never seen that in the medical textbooks.
Man, they
bone
didn't
and
this.
flesh are not supposed to be like liquid that the pieces could just move around and then come into position.
Page 245 of how to assemble a humanoid person. Just liquefy it and shake it like an Etch-a-Sketch, and then that's
yes,
how
that was not
you get a
included.
face. Yeah, right. So,
but then again, you've never seen it before in Gaia. Nothing strange in Gaia, but okay. The man, you notice now that you get a better look at him, he has old kind of noble kind of garb. It's all bloodstained and old, but it looks like it's noble, kind of a noble guard. And there's a symbol, a patch on his jacket that's been cut through, and you can barely see him hanging there. You can roll memories with a plus, whatever your plus of your detective is there, Poppy.
Oh!
that doesn't work. Gideon's memory is pretty good, so we can fall back on that.
Sadly, Gideon can't see it, however.
Oh, that's true.
I made it by 1.
Okay. Okay. You look at the patch. You recognize it. It is the patch of the house.
Oh, the dudes.
The nobles you have been sent to find.
Oh, we found them. They don't want them.
It's the Diati family crest. And in fact, you recognize the man now that you see the crest. This is the man that was in the some of the Beer Bowls guards showed you, I believe, in a pad or a holograph. The main leader of that family, whose name is Anu Diati, and this is Anu Diati.
Oh, this is the guy, the main guy.
Or what's left with him.
Is he still a guy? Wait.
Does he have that that same like black like smell, the boil stuff going on too?
+1, Emmett, for remembering. As a matter of fact, he does. In a major way, he reeks of it.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say because Gideon, I know
That black crystal reeked of it. In fact, this whole room reeks of it.
Oh boy, yeah. If that's the case, Gideon is backing up because he definitely, from being out in the woods and seeing that stuff, like, don't touch it. That wasn't a real sentence.
What?
But
Okay.
says, yeah, okay, I say don't touch it, says like the person who like just touched it. But he used a sword.
You start to back away.
Count.
That wasn't really going to be an option, Doctor.
A new daddy says, watching.
Yeah, buddy. Do you think...
Watching.
See, he got really bored. Okay,
Okay, see that the televisions flicker. You notice, Poppy, you're on one of them.
like me right now?
No, like you at were you when you're at Beer Bowls and you're fighting the ghost?
Oh. Hey, there's us! Oh, that'd be a good channel.
+1, Poppy. Mr. Shiny goes.
Not that we should be.
Okay, Mr. Shiny scans. See all these red lights are going off.
Yeah.
Bad shit.
He changes to his combat face, the one eye. His hands turn to guns.
Wait, Shiny. Before you, whatever you do, should we see if we can?
We should just shoot him. He doesn't look.
We should
She's
wait.
almost ready.
Yuck! Oh, gross! Okay, I shoot him.
No. Can I try to stop her from shooting him, or like smack something?
You may roll agility to kind of
Can I
put your
impose
arm on her arm.
Disadvantage here.
My dice are waiting.
Yeah, you may roll agility to try and put your arm in her arm. You're not trying to do anything particular other than just kind of like, wait, hold on.
No, I'm trying to, like, as she's shooting, like, aim it away from him. Like, grab her arm and point it in a different direction.
Okay.
Right?
That's 2 guns. 1 for the both of you.
1 for each of you. 78, which I don't think makes it. Nope.
Okay, you kind of go, no, but Poppy can pop up a shot first. Okay, you shoot him. His eye goes, and the whole head goes, cracks open, and this black stuff goes out and floats in the air. A huge volume of this blackness. You feel a pulsating cold go through your bodies. Your body actually does like this with like a gravity wave. He goes,
More shooting.
He goes,
Oh yeah, that's enough. Oh, 1.
he go bang, 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 bang. His body's just exploded with this black stuff. He goes, it goes and hits. It flows into the roof like a waterfall out of his body. His body goes and just kind of falls apart. It goes and pours onto the roof.
Trying to do that thing with the thing.
A huge thing of it. Mr. Shiny goes. He's trying to drag you. He's trying to drag both of you down a tunnel.
Yeah, I was gonna say if there's like black stuff like coming out of him, Gideon is like backing up, man. He doesn't have a ranged weapon or...
Okay, the black stuff goes, covers the entire roof and goes, cuts off all the tunnels.
Oh, good.
All the TVs go and explode and sparks come flying out of them. You can hear still the laughing. And then the laughing dies and it's dark.
Merde.
And you feel someone in the room.
Oh no. Is he free now?
No, he's not. He's been exploded.
I think I made it worse.
Poppy.
+1 for the century. I think I made it worse. What, guns didn't automatically solve the problem?
That's all she got. That's all I do. I'm good at it.
I think that we need to discuss our strategy next time, because right now things seem a little fucked, don't you think?
Okay, you
Fine. It'll be fine. He's
you
gone
see strange lights at play in the room that's otherwise completely pitch black. Gideon, you can hear Another heartbeat.
Like a... Okay, I feel like the difference between a pretty normal standard organic heartbeat and like the heartbeat of like the boil crazy people sounds different, probably, right?
Indeed. This sounds normal.
This sounds normal.
And getting closer.
Yeah.
Gideon holds the sword out into the darkness.
Dr. Sam Sammy, I'm just gonna shoot.
No, wait, Poppy, wait.
Okay, and you start to see a feminine form in the darkness. You see the red hair first. You see the strange lights of the galaxy playing through her. And you see the yellow eyes piercing through the blackness. She says, "There you are."
I think she's looking for you.
Okay, Mr. Shiny goes, "Woot, woot." And you've never seen Shiny react like this.
Uh-oh, he's going all badass. I saw him do that once.
Going, he's like trying to escape, looking around.
Oh. Like panic.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Okay, the woman says, "Oh, Gideon, what did that man do to you?"
Pardon me?
Okay, suddenly Gideon, actually all of you see this. Gideon, suddenly you're in that lab you were in before, strapped down. And there's this guy walking around with a lab coat. He's got blood stains on it, a blood-stained hand on it. You see there's all these body parts of people all over the place. There's like giant vats of liquid, like bubbles coming out of it. Poppy, you're standing there in this room. Shiny's standing there as well. There's many tables. He's moving around. You see him working on, you're guessing what was the start of Gideon on the table. All these sparks are coming off. He's like trying to cut in with like a kind of a cutter thing into a grinder thing into some of the metal on Gideon's chest. Making a cyborg, the man says. He's got black glasses. He's got terrible hair. He smells like grease and sweat. The woman's there. She's looking. "Whatever made him do this?" she says.
I can...
Okay, you could smell the room, Poppy. You can feel the pressure. You're in a totally different place.
is there a door out?
There is a dark door with computer kind of lights on it. It says locked right now. It's blinking.
Wait.
Mr. Shiny's cooped up in the corner looking around. Ooh, he's shaking.
This...
He goes, he points at Gideon on the table.
Oh, it's like, okay, I was like, is it like...
I thought Gideon was with us.
Nope. Melting with the darkness. You can just see her eyes sometimes her red hair.
Oh, man. Can...
What?
Is Gideon at all... am I at all conscious? Am I aware of what's going on?
You're unfortunately terribly conscious.
Oh,
as
good.
the doctor works on you. Making a cyborg.
Okay, I'll shoot that guy.
Keeps those He starts mumbling something. Can you pull your gun out? Pow! He goes,
The blaster one. My blaster one.
Your blaster one?
Yeah.
Are you stunning him or?
Yeah.
Okay. He drops the grinder on Gideon's body. It skitters, hits the ground. He goes, slaps on Gideon, then he goes,
Okay, gross.
He crumbles to the ground. You see his pocket pens fall out onto the floor.
You are one sick doctor. Get up.
Okay, he's belted down with leather belts.
Oh.
His goat eyes look up at you. The fresh blood from where he just got stitched. The head got stitched on.
I don't like it that part. Your head definitely didn't belong to you. Okay, let's go.
You've deduced that head definitely didn't originally belong to him.
Poppy is going to become a detective.
Oh, boy.
You can't remember what cases you've taken or the previous clues you found, but you're actually pretty clever. You're a clever girl. You notice stuff and fly by the seat of your shorts.
The pantless detective. Okay.
Okay, Mr. Shiny goes, and a force field goes around the mean doctor on the ground, holding him there.
Do you know him? What was he? Tell me later with the beer or the Drano. Come on, let's go. Who was that chick? Okay, look. She's still here.
Okay, she's gone now. Now you're alone in the room.
How did
I know anything that's going on? I mean, do I know who Poppy is? Do I know where I am? Do I know anything?
You know everything we've talked about up to date, in sequence.
What?
Did we move? Are you what? Let's just get out. Doctor, stop talking. Come on. Okay, I grab it's a metal arm still.
Whatever.
Gideon is like contiguous as the way the doctor has been the whole time.
Yes, except he's missing the left arm.
Oh, do I see the arm?
Yeah, it's on the table, the other table over there.
Okay, I hand it to him.
I was gonna say, as much as I haven't been talking, that's exactly what Gideon is doing.
Gideon's was like, what is going on?
This is like a wait, this happened already, but like, what? And this isn't how it. Because does Gideon have?
You turn and look and see in a vat a face looking at you. If you didn't play this Go character, what would you look like?
Oh man.
What's your head?
Man, you put me like right on the spot right now.
All right, you don't have to say it now, but that's what you see.
It's okay,
no one else sees it, no one else can perceive it, but you see that face there looking at you, floating the severed head and other body parts that are supposed to be you, except the top of the cranium is taken off and the brain's been taken out.
Wait, can I see?
Yeah, you can see. You see through the eyes of the being in the vat. You see Gideon looking out.
Doctor!
You see a pair of yellow eyes in the darkness behind the group.
Come on. Hand, arm, legs. Do the legs not work? Is that the problem?
They seem to be in shock. Mr. Shiny goes, Mr. Shiny won't stop trying to communicate. All these graphs are coming up.
Shiny, I know it's bad, okay? But, do any of the graphs make sense at all in my flustered state?
Okay, you hear this. It's not bad at all, this female voice says. And she grabs Shiny by the shoulder.
No, you don't!
And flings him, and suddenly, you're in complete blackness.
I'll just wildly shoot, then.
Okay, you shoot. Pow! That's what you hear, and there's
I have 2 blaster pistols. That's what I'm mostly using, rather than pow-pows.
Okay, you shot, you exploded one of the canisters.
If I shot your head.
You shot through her head into one of the canisters where you thought she was, and then the canister explodes, and suddenly everything turns to blackness, and you're floating in zero gravity. Gideon, you're contiguous to your body as it should be now. You have your sword in your hand. You're floating around. Okay.
Can I see anyone, or it's complete black for me as well?
It's dark. It's very, very black. There's a kind of a thin, kind of gray smoke in the air. It's barely detectable. You barely see Gideon floating there. You can see yourself floating there. And you see Shiny's floating in the middle with you. You're kind of floating all in close formation, but you're maybe 100 feet from each other.
Oh,
okay.
Man.
Shiny is floating in the middle. You see he kind of pulls his arms and his feet in. He's floating around, looking around.
I'm going to swim.
You try to swim in vain, but you discover that a being cannot swim in...
Blaster pistol energy.
Okay, you pull out your pistols. You start to move in slow motion. You hear a voice. All alone. Floating in the darkness. Mr. Shiny's like...
We're not alone.
He does a little scan. He scans past you. He doesn't seem to notice you.
Shiny, I'm right here. We're not alone. What the heck? What's with this?
Looking for your friends.
They're
Always
right
looking
there.
for friends.
Who's looking for friends? What is with this? You talk a lot. It's annoying.
Okay, you realize that she's talking about Shiny. And suddenly then you guys aren't there. Now you're having an out-of-body experience. It's just Shiny floating in the dark. Forever.
That's
for months, for years, for centuries, for millennia. Just nothing but Shiny floating in the darkness. Ice built on his carapace. Every now and then his eyes kind of creak open with a yellow light, trying to scan out there for any life forms, pumping out radio communication in every single bandwidth trying to find someone, something, anything. All alone, floating in the black. You finally found some friends. It's not going to stop the result, she says.
Okay, I'm really mad. Do I see her stupid yellow eyes?
Okay, you see her red hair and her eyes kind of in front of you.
Okay, critical.
She says, oh, that's a change. Getting angry. Okay, you shoot her, I take it?
Of course I shoot her.
Okay,
What else am I gonna do?
You pull your guns out.
No, I'm not angry. I'm just shooting.
Okay,
She's
just
ridiculous.
boom. You shoot again.
You never shoot in anger.
+1 for the gun wisdom.
I was going to say you get my +1 for good gun wisdom.
Yes.
You get 2
Very important, guy. Never shoot your plasma pistol in anger. Okay. Okay. Suddenly you're in a field. There's a beautiful
This is
smell
starting
of
to
flowers blow past you. It's a nice kind of a warm environment. There's a kind of a lavender sky with 2 moons and a sun in the kind of setting behind you. There's mountains in the distance. There's a town not too far off. And Poppy, you're standing there with a man. He says he's tall, dark and handsome, dark hair, green eyes, 5 o'clock
sexy?
shadow.
Is he sexy?
Quite sexy.
Okay.
He's standing very close romantically behind you, and he's holding your arm up. It's a different you. I'd say younger, except you look the exact same age, but different clothing, not carrying the guns, not wearing shorts, wearing a dress.
Definitely not me.
He says, no. He says, squeeze the trigger, squeeze.
Okay, wait, I'm in this body? Or
Okay, now you're in this body. Gideon, you're standing there in your body.
The dress body?
You are in the dress body, yes. You realize you're now in a memory of yours.
A memory?
Mm-hmm. Mr. Shiny is standing, he's crumpled in a ball, but he's still in the field. He's looking around.
Okay, let me go, sexy man.
He's apparently teaching you how to shoot. You hold the alien piece of metal in your hand you never touched before. You like it. A rush of strange power goes through you when you pull that trigger. You see he's set up on an old kind of weathered fence of weathered beams. He's put like old cans. There's a Berry Bunny Bar wrapper, and there's an old flask of whiskey. He goes, try the next one. What do you do?
I go get Shiny. Take the stupid dress off.
Okay, he grabs you by the shoulder, he pulls you back, and says, hey, I didn't say go yet.
Oh, you're going to get shot in the face.
Okay. Okay, you put the gun underneath his jaw and pull the trigger. You shoot him through the head. You see the woman's face inside there as the brain, the cranium and the skull bits go flying out. Her smiling face is in there, cackling at you.
Okay, this is ridiculous. Okay, stop.
Okay, you see Shiny's going, looking around.
Okay, walk over to where
Gideon's
Shiny
standing with this exact look that Emmett had there for a second.
Yeah.
I walk over to where Shiny is. I said,
Okay.
I go, Shiny, this is all this wizard.
He scans you.
Good. You're good.
Okay, you're all back in the room.
We're not playing your game anymore.
You're all back in the room. There's sparks coming off where the TVs were, making kind of like a strobe light effect and kind of a constant light that you can see by. Shiny gets up, turns on the bright lights. The woman stands there.
Mm-hmm.
She says, not long now.
Poppy just crosses her arms. She keeps her guns. Leans against the TV thing.
Not long. What? What was that?
She shrugs. She says, don't ask me. It's your memories.
Why?
Why show them to you?
He nods.
Because you're missing them.
Why those memories of all the memories you could have shown me? Why Why that one?
Because those are the memories of who you are, deep inside.
I don't think I follow exactly.
Okay, you start hearing noise coming from the tunnels and start seeing the kind of messy lights of flashlights being shaken around.
Great.
Just, my children approach. I wouldn't let them catch you.
What exactly do you propose we do then?
Okay, you realize you're talking to thin air. She's gone.
I hate wizards. Okay. Do we have any more of those grenades?
No one said they grabbed any. But I believe, Gideon, you did say you put some in your belt or something.
Sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
that you have.
Absolutely. You're right.
one-
Gideon does have them.
I thought you said you carried one. All right, fine. You have one in your belt.
Is there an obvious out of this room that's not back the way we came?
Okay. You
Before I
barely hear the humming of a what seems like not quite a Gaia portal, but something very similar, a mechanical-like door with a crystal in the middle. On the far side of the room, now that the TVs have kind of exploded and sparking, you can now see it through some TV pieces back there, hanging on the wall. Shiny goes. She stands up.
Throwing the grenade in the direction of the behind, Gideon takes off running towards the door.
Okay. There are 4 tunnels that come up. They were coming through the one tunnel you guys had gone through. Actually, that's where pretty much all the light was been coming from. So you can toss a grenade down there.
Yeah, that's where.
All right, Poppy, with some surprise and maybe a tiny bit of horror, you see Gideon go doot and goes tosses that grenade down there. Roll coordination, Gideon, to get down the tunnel.
We made an 8, so that'll do it.
Congratulations. All right, you go, whoo, just looking over your shoulder. Actually, you don't have to look. You kind of listen and go, whoo, toss it behind your shoulder. It goes, kind of rolls around and goes, boom, there's a huge explosion. Okay, the whole room shakes. Dust and a few rock pieces fall from the roof. Everybody roll dodge.
Critical.
Okay, you kind of boom and a rock piece goes and you kind of jump and kind of spin. Mr. Shiny goes, puts a shield over kind of Gideon and yourself. And kind of pieces fall and hit the orange shield. Okay, boom.
I made it too.
Okay, but you don't hear very much noise coming from down there anymore. Mind you, Gideon, all you hear is...
Yeah. So there's just like a high-pitched, like, ow sound for a while.
Okay, Mr. Shiny goes and points at the door and tries to usher you towards the other door. Okay, Poppy, roll detective.
Critical.
Okay, you happen to notice where the dais had kind of exploded and all that black junk kind of exploded. There's still some black ice pieces that are kind of smoking. But you notice there's a piece of scalp with hair of the man that was there.
Oh, is there a tissue?
No, there doesn't just happen to be a tissue around.
Does it? I mean, it has hair on it, probably, right? Just grab the hair.
Oh,
You could grab the hair. There's a little bit of blood and some skull under it.
Oh. I'm just checking my bag to see if there's anything I have.
Okay, Mr. Shiny comes up and goes, ooh, looks at you, looks at it.
Okay.
Okay, he goes, he grabs it.
Oh, yeah.
Goes,
That's
boom,
squishy.
puts it in a little part.
Squish.
Goes,
It squishes.
check mark. Kind of fusses a little bit.
Oh, good. Oh, I'm going to need a lot of alcohol when we get back to town. This is a happy adventure. Okay, she goes to
Okay,
her door.
just so you know, hours and hours have passed in here.
What?
Oh.
Hours and hours have passed in here. Mr. Shiny, you see, is fully healed and repaired.
Wow.
And if you guys had any damage that you had, that's been fully healed and repaired as well.
Wizards. Okay.
Wizards.
Wizards. Do we make it to the door?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Gideon, you were going. You didn't stop. You get over to the door. You can hear it humming. You touch it.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, yes.
Okay, you put your hands all over it. You're feeling around. Okay, you feel a little metal piece that you can just kind of flip up like this, and it'll have crystals underneath. Standard kind of Gaia door. You can play with it to try and pick the lock to get it open if you want.
What am I rolling for? Lock picking, but crystal.
Roll PR and tell me how far you're off.
Okay, I got 70, and my pattern recognition is 101. So.
Okay, you go. Here's a deep clunk inside, and you hear the power run to it. And it rolls over. Okay, and you smell vegetation. You can hear a chirping sound of birds or insects or something. And you can feel warmth coming out of it. Much warmer than in here, which is like a meat locker.
Door, and then you go through.
Okay, you go through into what feels to you quite muggy and hot, considering how cold and dry it was.
Okay, if we've got the squishy piece, we move.
Okay. Actually, now the room is shaking a bit, and there are rock pieces falling down. Chinese kind of walking, and the orange force goes over him. Its rocks are shattering off. You can hear there's actually a great rumbling and smoke from behind you as things are falling down off the roof. The whole place seems to be starting to come down.
Shitty.
Okay, Mr. Shiny goes, kind of walks you under the shield and kind of pushes you through the portal first. You see Gideon standing there and just dawn, and then the sun's here seem to be coming out, lights coming out, and in some kind of jungly kind of forest.
Kind of. Does.
Wait, okay, the forest that we came out of before wasn't jungly, right?
Nope. It is a different Gaia land.
Oh, okay. Oh boy. Is it familiar at all? Like, smell? No, okay. So
Nope.
It's not one of the places that we were like, that we walked through to like get here. It's just like new.
It is totally new.
Okay.
Did anyone bring the map?
Okay, Shiny goes through, and you hear a huge crumbling and crashing behind him, and all the smoke comes past him as the door goes, and goes to double black and is blinking. And all that smoke kind of blows past you, and that cold, terrible smell dissipates into the beautiful, sickly sweet smell of this forest with huge flowers, bugs flying around, the lights coming out. You see there's a huge red sun coming out in the dark sky.
Nobody brought the map? Nobody?